Welcome back to Broke Ass Coffee, everybody. I'm Darren, and if you haven't watched the first episode, I highly suggest that you go back and watch the first episode. What is this channel about? What are we doing? And this channel, I'm asking the question: can a person start their own coffee business, mostly online? I'm not opposed to retail or local shops. That would be great to have my brand of coffee, which is Broke Ass Coffee, in a local coffee shop around here somewhere. But the question is, can you start a coffee roasting, packaging business for pretty much next to nothing? I have acquired all the products that I think that I'm going to need. And again, that's in the first video. I highly recommend it. Maybe I'll have a link in the description down below. Um, and also, as I mentioned in the last episode, this is not my first attempt. I have a drop shipping service called the Perkinator. There'll be a link down below as well if that is still up and running. I would like to shut that down. It is the drop shipping, excuse me, is very expensive. So let's go ahead and go in, excuse me, the kitchen area, and I will show you what I've got laid out. So, all right, what do we have laid out here? Well, we have our balance or our scale, depending on what you want to call it. We have our roaster here. Here is our labels, our bags off over here. And here is our burr grinder. I did some research, and yeah, the blade kind is not really good for your beans. You want the burr type. As you see, all this is very, very small. This is, just set up for home roasting, but can you know, can you start out this small and can you build up? My beans are back in here, and I know I'm going to have a dozen people asking me over and over again about the beans, where they come from, the elevation, what does it taste like, what's the hints, does it chocolate or peaches, pears, bananas, or whatever. And there it is right there. Let's get it over here. There we go. The nice bright lights. I have 3 pounds of this. So it's smooth, got chocolate and nutty and everything. Brazil, I'm not going to even try to pronounce the middle one. Then I think it says Guadalupe or something like that. But anyway, yes, this is what we're going to try to do. I believe this max capacity is around like 450 grams or something like that. I will go ahead and look at it again. But in this video, we are going to go ahead and we are going to roast these. This is my first time. I've got my control set down here, the heat, I think around 220 degrees. So we can get that first crack and second crack. I explained what the cracking means in the first video. It's all about the oils and the gases inside the beans exploding due to heat. It also changes the flavors. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to weigh out our coffee, our raw beans, and then we're going to put them in here. We're going to roast them. We're going to use our grinder for the first time, roaster for the first time, and we're going to try to figure out exactly how long we should roast them. We're going to grind it up. I'm going to put it in my coffee pot. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and we're going to taste it, and we're going to see what it tastes like. Okay, I have a measuring thing here, cup. We can roast up to 400 grams. I have already cleaned this out with water, and I've also researched when you're doing coffee beans, you do not use any oil at all. And you can zero out this because you don't want to weigh this. You can also call it tear it out, again, if you got a laboratory background. So what you do is you push this, and now it's at 0. So I need 2 hands. I'm just going to simply pour the beans into the cup up to 400 grams, and then we're going to roast them up. All right, I found that there is a switch over here to the side that changes the increments, and I went with grams because that's what the box on the roaster said. I'm at 200 grams, which looks like I don't need an entire pot of coffee. I don't need that much, and plus 400 grams is the max. I'm at 200. So with that, you're supposed to put this in here like this. We're going to spread it around here evenly, sort of evenly. We're going to get the lid and we're going to hit the power and we're going to see what happens. All right, everyone, we got it plugged in. Let's see what happens. All right. There we go. It's stirring it like it's supposed to. It is heating up. This is supposed to be like a 20-minute process. So I'm not going to have everyone sit here and watch these go around and around. Even though I know it's really entertaining, I will go ahead and I will come back in about 20 minutes. For you guys, it'll just be a second. Okay, and we're back, and I think I'm hearing the first crack. I think we've got about 10 more minutes to go. The beans are starting to turn brown. So that's interesting. This is my first attempt at doing this. You can see they no longer have that pale green look. So, all right, I'll come back in about another 10 minutes and see what we've got. Well, there you go, folks. Roasting coffee in your house. If you have an air filter in your house, it doesn't much care for it. That's interesting. We got about 2 minutes more to go on our roasting. Be right back. And we are back just like that. 20 minutes is up. And it looks like most of the beans all have about the same color. There's just a few of them left in there that seem a little pale. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and continue roasting these for maybe another 2.5 or 3 minutes. Then we're going to try to figure out how to get them out of there and into the grinder, which honestly I don't know. I need a scoop or something. I'm not for sure what the proper way or the proper etiquette of getting the beans out of here and into there. So we'll be back in another few minutes when I think all the beans have about the same color. All right, let's go ahead and take off this lid carefully so we don't get burnt by steam. I'm going to say this is probably around, if I had to just guess, 23 minutes. Oh, wow, that's a lot of steam. And look at the difference in the color of the beans. I think that is a very nice coffee bean color. Yeah, I hear there's still some popping going on. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna let these cool down a little bit because they are probably around 220 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just gonna get a spoon, spoon them into the grinder there, and we're gonna take it from there. I'm gonna put this on here for just a second, turn off the camera, and we'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead. You know what? We're just gonna try to do it like this, and I may have roasted way too many of these beans. I have no idea, again, what I'm doing. But I'm going to say that the beans, to me, look like they are the correct color. But we're definitely not doing this the weighing. This is not very scientific. I think the grinding will probably be pretty satisfying. So, okay, I don't want to overload this thing because I've never used this before at all. So let's see. It is difficult doing everything one-handed. It was, though it was upside down. That's why I couldn't pick it up. So let's go ahead and turn this on. I wish I get a little bit better. See what happens here. Oh, wow. It looks like coffee to me. Smells like coffee being ground up. Imagine that. This is going to be an interesting experiment. I don't know if that's enough for a cup of coffee or not. It may be way too much. All right, that's just about got it done. There we go. So there we have it, folks. I think 200 grams was way, because I'm just making a cup of coffee for myself to try this out. That's going to be, that's a lot of coffee right there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put this in my coffee pot, and yeah, we're going to see what happens. All right. Yeah, I grounded it pretty good. Wow. Oh, shoot. I'm going to say that's probably going to be, that's going to be a stout cup of coffee. Yeah, I bet there's going to be so many of you folks saying this guy is out of his mind. This is all way, way, way too much. That is going to be potent. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to add a little bit more water. I think that's going to be like mud. Just a moment. All right. Moment of truth. I'll come back when it's done. Well, all right. Soon we're going to find out just how dumb we actually are. Okay, I got to admit, I'm very nervous. Oh, yeah. And yes, I did put 2 sugar cubes in there and also some 2% milk. Because I got nervous. I didn't want to drink this if it was, gonna be able to take paint off from submarines or something like that. So it's nothing left to do but to do it. Okay, am I nervous? Yes, I'm nervous. Do all this with one hand. Here we go. First sip. I'm alive. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let me get another sip. I can't believe I did something that's not horrible. It tastes a lot like fresh roasted, fresh ground coffee. I'm not one of these people that I can sit here and tell you, oh, it's got apricots and dates and beets and chocolate and honey. I'm not that refined. My palate is not that refined, folks, but it does have a little bit different flavor. Not bad in any way. I gotta say, I'm surprised. So with that, it is time for me. I gotta write down some notes. to make sure that I can replicate this, I'm going to go ahead and grind up the coffee I've got in the roaster over there. And I'm probably going to put it in some Ziploc bags and go take it to my dad and let him try it and see what he thinks about it. So with all of that, it looks like the experiment, in my eyes, was a success. I don't feel, nauseous or dizzy or, well, no more than usual. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. This is episode 2 of Broke Ass Coffee. And who knows, guys, if you see anything that I have done wrong, which I'm sure pretty much everything, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Tell me, hey, Darren, I would like to try some broke ass coffee. Who knows, it might motivate me to hurry up and, start bagging this stuff up, putting my labels on it, putting it up on Etsy, and start seeing if I can't make a business out of this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and let's roll that fantastic broke ass coffee outro.